All right, and we out of the house. Okay, so the plan is I'm gonna go to Moses's place, which was the first place in Sunana that I ever stayed at. And we're gonna get a shit ton of mulberry cuttings because you can never plant too many mulberries. We're gonna get some pigeon pea seeds because you can never plant too many pigeon pea seeds. And we're gonna get some herbs from Gran Herb because they're beautiful and you can never have too many herbs, flowers, etc. Biodiversity in it. So we're doing it. We're going by intuition. I had a different plan for today, but I'm a gypsy and I've got to honor my gypsy vibes, and like I've got to honor the calling that I have inside my soul, every day a new mission, and I need to not let fear control me, and that I think that has been a part of my process. I kind of like get in these situations where I just feel a bit stuck, and that's because I'm letting fear sort of overcome me based on past experience. I used to be quite confident, just bowl around and do anything. Uh-oh, the dogs are coming. Get a stick, let fear dictate me. Picked up a stick because I'm scared of getting bitten by dogs. Well, that's kind of like a different thing, but I kind of heard this thing and it was like, yeah, if you're thinking about it, if it's on your mind, just do it, Seems quite obvious, but if it's like really bugging you, should I do it, should I not do it? Like, just do it, So, yeah, because it's come into your consciousness. These things like drift into the consciousness and start vibrating, and then you have the opportunity to like act on it, even if it don't make sense. And you just gotta trust that things is just gonna unfold in the best way possible. By no means tie up your camel. Do you know that story? The guy, he has a camel. He goes to sleep in the desert. He doesn't tie his camel up, and because he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just let the universe look after my camel. Lo and behold, he wakes up in the garden. He wakes up in the morning. And just scared that dog. Hello, doggy. He wakes up in the morning, and his camel's gone. Yeah, because he had to. The universe wants you to tie up your camel because it's part of it. It's part of, that's the lesson of sort of like control. Like, we have control of our lives, we have control to some extent. We can't just sort of lie around and wait for everything to unfold, because that's how you get stuck. And you can tell that feeling of when you're stuck, when you're lying in bed and everything's kind of festering, we have to awaken this like feeling of flow. We have to get into that flow state. And how do we get into that flow? We got to go, when you have choices, you just take a choice, and that opens up a flow, like a river, so you just got to let it go, let it flow, and that's the way it goes. It doesn't matter if something bad or good happens. You learn every day from your new experiences, and like, I've got nothing to lose. Who knows? Like, think, you look at people's stories, people have all these different stories, adventures, and some end in victory, some end in tragedy. So, how do I know what's going to happen? I don't. I can only just open my heart and trust, and keep opening and trusting. And, I found this a bit difficult to grapple with. Hola, buenas tardes. I found this hard to grapple with, but like, it's not about the destination, it's about the adventure along the way. And I didn't like that theory because I guess I just couldn't enjoy the adventure along the way. But yeah, but really, it's not about the goal, and that's liberating because like I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get like loads of mulberries and pigeon peas. I found some room, I'm gonna plant them. I know that's gonna be like good for the land. I don't know in the future whose land that's gonna be, but for me personally in this moment, that's a positive thing for that land. Something that I enjoy doing, digging, planting, growing food. But the thing that liberates me from the self-doubt is that, you know, I don't know what's going to happen along the way during this journey, you know? Maybe I'll find some nice food, meet a friend, find a different kind of seed. You know, anything could happen. So, and that's actually liberating. And the universe is kind of like, talk about, people always talk about intention. And it's like, yeah, like set an intention. And like my autistic brain, or whatever you want to call it, just doesn't like that, because I'm like, oh no, I don't want to make a decision. I don't want to set an intention. But when you set an intention, the universe kind of like starts rolling, like making things, the wheels start churning. And I've noticed that before. I've set an intention and then I've just kind of, shriveled, like pulled back. I'm like scared, like, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want this, you know, that kind of thing. And then the universe is like, oh, what? Okay. And then you don't get what you want, because like, if you set an intention and don't follow through with it, you're not going to reach the goal, no matter what the hell it is. Doubt is always going to get in the way, or fear of being successful, you know. Like, there's a fear that, you know, life is that simple, that you can actually put that energy towards something and actually get it, if you believe. Hola.
Hola.
Este granja. Hola. What is it? Ready? Hello. What's that, Ramon? See what I mean? I never would have seen those cool, super cool goats if it wasn't for me creating a mission for myself, you know? I never would have experienced these guys. I love goats, they are cool, they are following me, that's great. La 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 down the road, la 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 la. Actually, it's true, I do really love goats. They're so amazing. And in the local organic farm, they use the goats to basically, like, they're kind of like lawnmowers, but like a million times better, because they don't just take the vegetation out, they replace what they removed from the vegetation with goat poo, which fertilizes the soil. So they're really awesome lawnmowers. And also they're just very detailed lawnmowers. You know, like they can lawnmow around a tree, you know, and it's just really cool. And fertilized, of course. Maya, baby! Maya! Now I'm walking loads of dogs. We got a crew going. That's Frank. I used to look after Frank. He's got a bit of a limp. Okay, what happened since I got the mulberries, which was great. Ramon started attacking a chicken, so I ran and whacked him with a stick, but he got some feathers in his mouth, and the people were shouting at me because they said Peach killed the chicken. Hey bro. And then But I was like, no, es muerte. It's not dead, because it wasn't dead. I checked. And then, next to the mulberry tree, I met a girl who knew the dogs from the dog sanctuary because she's working there. And she had just been robbed by some local with a knife, or potentially had a knife. So I was chatting to her and she seemed quite relaxed about the whole thing, which is quite interesting because I would be pissed off. But yeah, we need to warn people in this village that it's dangerous, like not to go alone, and to, yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that I haven't been robbed, but maybe it's because I'm a dude and I look like a psycho, or potentially it could be a psycho. So yeah, I haven't been robbed, or the angels are just protecting me, so that's good, touch wood. Alright, we're at Granhad again with Kawaki. Kawaki! I don't know what he's doing, still hanging around here, but anyway. This is Granha. Look, at the moment they're growing corn. They've got a pond that filters down here and waters this system. It's like a permaculture watering system. Extremely fertile. These guys grow a lot of food. They know what the hell they're doing, honestly. So if you want to learn about permaculture, come to Guatemala and check this place out. Here's the beautiful pigeon peas. Yo, so we got a bag of pigeon pea, a jar of herbs, a jar of mulberries. So we're still in the game. And yeah, I just feel like it's all about the calling. So following the calling, and if I'm gonna be like a legend concerning growing food, you just got to do that. Like I think like I have this piece of land and I'm not settled yet. Like I haven't done my service to the land yet fully. The rainy season's not over, still time. Better to plant earlier than later. So yeah, that's it. Oh my god, I'm going, I have to go. Socializing is important, you know? Well, not always, just follow the calling, you know? And that, for me, that's the calling, I guess.